Hey everybody, Tiffany here from the Inspire Shot. Welcome to week 3 in our renewed study of Ruth. Hard to believe it's already halfway over. So as we are just going through this week, I just wanted to highlight Ruth's obedience. We see in chapter 3 that she is obedient to everything that Naomi says. She doesn't ask why or question. She just does what Naomi says. So Naomi tells her to wash, anoint herself, and get up and go to the threshing floor with Boaz. And so she does that. Some say that her wash anointing is, to get pretty, but then also a sign that her mourning is over for her husband and for that loss. And so she's ready to go out and be obedient. And so she goes out and meets Boaz. And Boaz sees her there. And then he says to her, because she's laying at his feet, in verse 13, he tells her, he says that she will be blessed by the Lord, and that it was such a sweet kindness that she has done coming to him, as she could have gone after younger men, but she came to him. And so he tells her in verse 13 to remain there with him in the night, and that he will redeem her if she remains there. And so she has this charge to wait. She has to wait until the morning. And I think that that is just a little aspect of that obedience. So she's done what Naomi says, and now she has to wait. And so often in our lives, we're going to be told to wait. God will get us ready. We're obedient to him. And then it's like, bam, we have to wait. We have to wait on the Lord. And just resounding in my head is the strength will rise as we wait upon the Lord, and how the Lord works us up to be able to have the strength to wait. And then I think about Abraham and Sarah, and how God promised them to have a descendant, that they would have a son, a child. And what happens when they don't wait? It was such a long, drawn out wait for them, but he came. But through that, they didn't wait. It was strength. Sarah goes out and she makes her own way with her maidservant, and gets all of the crazy drama that goes on there, and just the heartbreak for everyone involved. And so I think about this waiting. We need to be steadfast in our waiting and trusting the Lord, that he's going before us as we wait, as Ruth waited there patiently until the morning, waiting for Boaz to figure out if the other redeemer who was ahead of him was going to be the one. She has to wait through that, and then wait for Boaz to come back with the answer. And so here she doesn't have to wait very long. But sometimes our waiting period, as long as Sarah's, was extremely long. Like, we're waiting for the prodigal son or daughter to come back. We're waiting for our health. We're waiting for our job. We're just waiting on the Lord, and just being diligent in our waiting is so important. When I think about times of waiting, I don't want to be like Sarah. I don't want to go ahead and try to figure out a plan and try to make things work, because we hurt ourselves and we hurt other people in that process, because that was not what God had intended for us. That wasn't the best thing for us, whatever that looks like. And so my prayer is always, whenever the Lord has me waiting, like, let me wait just in peace and obedience to you, so I'm not going ahead. And so this week, I want to just encourage you, if you are waiting on something, that you will have that peace and the strength to be able to wait for it, and be able to trust God that he's going before you, that he knows what he's doing, and that you can just seek him in that and be diligent in prayer, just praying for the wait, praying for strength to wait, because that is producing endurance, and that is the Lord drawing that character out of you. You can't get patience without waiting, right? You have to learn that. I know when I came to the Lord, that was something I kept on praying for, is patience. And then 4 children later, and I'm like, well, I'm a lot more patient than I used to be, but it's still a process every day, different aspects. So I pray that you will just see the Lord in the waiting, see him working, and just continue. If there is something that you're waiting on, that you would just be diligent to act when it is appropriate. There's times for waiting, and when the time is up, that you will put on your bootstraps and go in to do the action that follows it, as Ruth did. She got up after he said to get up and to go back. And, he filled her up during that time. He gives her barley to eat. And so we just see this beautiful picture. As she's waited, she was rewarded for that. She got the barley to bring back to Naomi, right? She was blessing others through her obedience. And so I pray that this week we would be blessing others with our obedience to wait and then to act when it is time. So have a great week, and we will see you next week. Cheers.